Someone's blurry face and I care what you think. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. We're stressed out.
Hey, what's up, YouTubers? It's me again, Brian, aka Gamer5551, and I'm here to do a special My 2 Cent video today. No video games or entertainment for this one, though. I'm not abandoning those by any chance. I'm doing one. This one is going to be a bit political in a way, though. I mean, I normally don't do political videos like that, but this one has certainly got a lot of attention between what's been going on in not only the NFL, but what's been going on in Charlotte, North Carolina, that we've been seeing this week, though. Again, if I'm saying the name wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me, though. So we're just going to split the video up in two parts. So first, we're going to talk about the NFL part, though. Now, for those who watched the Monday Night Football game, I tried to get to it if I can. I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Go Eagles, though. Anyhow, as some of you may or may not have been aware of, recently it was discovered that 3 members of the Philadelphia Eagles, Malcolm Jenkins, if I'm saying that, Ron Brooks, and Stephen Means stood still side by side, each with their arm raised during the National Anthem prior to Monday Night Football game between the Eagles and the Bears. Based on the picture, though, it looks very similar to what happened which to some degree, I'm not sure if it's the exact same thing, so correct me if I'm wrong, though. It was very similar to the infamous Black Power salute back in 1968 during the Olympics there, where 2 of the athletes, Tommy Smith and John Carroll's, both raised their fist up during when the national anthem was being played, though. Another similar situation like that would happen again. Similar situation like that would happen again also in 1972. That same salute would happen again as well. Now, okay, I'll have the link for this, though. Now, this has started to raise some questions for a lot of people, and it has we started to hear allegations that have been coming out saying that this is un-American, they shouldn't be doing this, celebrities should not be speaking their minds, or athletes shouldn't be speaking their mind, and so on, though. And so, I know, however I'm going to say this, people are going to either agree or disagree with me, or may think I'm nuts for saying this, but while I understand why some people may not agree with it, though, of what the Philadelphia Eagles player did, or what, or the person who started it all, Colin Kaepernick. Again, if I'm saying the name wrong, I'm sorry if I'm not saying it right or anything like that, though. So, again, I apologize if I'm not saying it right, though. Here's the way I'm looking at it, though, okay? Constitutionally speaking, and just hear me out, constitutionally speaking, they're within their rights to do this, okay? You may not agree with their decision. You may not agree with their decision to use the national anthem to protest, supposedly, in their view, police brutality and so on. So you may not agree with that, you may not like that, but they are within their rights. There is nothing in the Constitution that says that you have to stand for the national anthem, okay? Or you have to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. When I was in school, though, there were some people, on religious ground, you may or may not agree with this, though, who, while stood for the Pledge of Allegiance, didn't put their hand on their heart like this, or anything like that. So, basically, constitutionally, they are within their rights. They don't have to stand for them. They could take a knee to the national anthem or, hold up their fists like this if they want to, all right? Now, whether or not that's the smartest thing for them to do, that's open for debate, however. That certainly is. And while I will defend their right not to stand for the national anthem, I just don't know if this is the, quote, right avenue to voice your voice your opinion about, what's going on, distrust between law enforcement and local communities. I just feel that there are better ways you could get your message out, though, all right? But to accuse them as being un-American and unpatriotic, I don't buy it, though, okay? I mean, these athletes such as Colin Kaepernick, if I'm saying his name wrong, I apologize for that. Or the Philadelphia Eagles players, Malcolm Jenkins, Ron Brooks, and Stephen Means. They have a right to do this. Okay, I mean, I know some people will, like I said, some people will say it's disrespectful, but they are within their rights, though. Now, is it the smartest thing to do, though? My personal opinion is that I just think like I said earlier, I just think there are better ways you could get their message out. But I do understand what they're trying to raise awareness for, though. I understand, and I'm going to get to that on my second part of my video, is that of the biggest issue that we're facing which is basically race in America, though, all right? So, and to me, this argument, though, this is very similar to the argument like one would say about, the Confederate flag, though. I mean, constitutionally, a person does have a right to raise that flag if they want to, okay? They're within their right. It is freedom of speech and freedom of expression. Whether or not that's the smartest thing to do, that's open for debate. So, to me, this is a very similar argument. These athletes, if they want to, they are within their right not to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance or hold up their fists like that. So I will defend their right to do this. I'm not saying I agree with the decision to do this, though. I think there are better ways you could get your message out, but I do not view the athletes, what they're doing, as unpatriotic and anything, like unpatriotic or un-American, though. As for the comments about, I think some of them, I think it was Colin Kaepernick, again, if I'm saying his name wrong, I apologize. I think there was one of them that said that basically that America is a racist country, and while I don't know if that's exactly what he said or said something similar online, and I'll say that while I won't say I 100% agree with that, I will say, however, there are some race-related issues that I think do need to be addressed in this country, okay? I don't believe America is a racist country. I just do not believe that, though. But I do not deny that there are issues that have to be addressed, all right? Okay, and so, again, this is my take on this part, though. I'm going to take a little break, and when we come back, I will be talking about part 2, about what's been going on in Charlotte, South Carolina, though, okay? So, take a little break. We'll be right back. Okay, and we are back with part 2 of our video, of my 2 cent video. And for this part, we're going to be talking about what's happening in Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, according to this article from CNN, though, again, I'll have a link to the description. I'll have a link to all these sites that I've been to in the description, so you can take a look at yourself. Though, the third night of protest has been, for the most part, mostly peaceful. There hasn't been a huge amount of incidents, even though, according to this, it said that 3 people were arrested Thursday night and 4 law enforcement members sustained minor injuries, though, all right? So it's good that hopefully this can lead to calmer things, better. Hopefully things will calm down now. Hopefully that, I'm hoping, though, that a lot of the poisonous blood that came out the first 2 nights is gone, though. There's no guarantee that's going to happen, but hopefully that's the case. That said, though, I do want to point out that the incident of this video of the person who's being shot, I think Keith Lamont Scott, I believe that's his name. Again, I apologize if I get the name wrong, though. I think that the shooting also highlights a problem in America that we are facing right now. And I think some of it is not only race related though, but I also think a lot of it is the one area that no one's willing to talk about, no one's willing to even touch it, and everyone just wants to throw it under the bus and pretend it doesn't exist. And that is, there is a growing distrust between local communities and law enforcement. And it has existed for a while. And based on what I've seen, it has existed even during the civil rights movement. I mean, I remember seeing when you had a situation like this back in the 90s. Remember with the whole famous Rodney King and so on. I mean, I think that there is a problem not only with the fact that some of these communities, not all of them, but some of these have been neglected for a very long time, ranging from, and that no one, and that these communities have not have a chance, to grow, to even fixing some of the problems that they face, ranging from unemployment to also gang-related issues, though. Now, to be fair, I'm not saying all communities have gangs or everybody who's part of a community is in a gang or anything like that. I'm not saying that, but it's some of those problems as well. And some of it is the racial tension that have existed in some of these areas, some even lingering even after the civil rights movement has ended, though. And I really think this is an issue that seriously needs to be addressed, though. All right. So on one hand, on one situation, we have to address the concerns these communities have, and we need to help these communities, where people can find a chance to succeed and everything as well. At the same time, also, we also have to understand that we cannot tie law enforcement's hands as well. Okay, they need to be able to do their jobs, and they need to be able to protect themselves as well. So basically, we basically got to reach out to them as well. Okay, I'm not here to say I'm not anti-police or anything like that. Okay, but we do have to address this problem. I mean, I don't have the official answer. Okay, I don't have the exact answer or anything like that, but I do believe this is an issue that has to be addressed now. We can't kick the can down the road anymore. We gotta address the community's concern, and we also have to address the law enforcement's concerns, because the more we kick the can down the road on this, the more it's going to get worse and worse. And I think we could have a situation that's worse than what happened in Dallas this year as well. I mean, we could have a situation where people may one day decide, screw calling the cops, I'm going to take the law into my own hands. And it could really get out of control, though. So I do think this is an issue that has to be addressed. And I think both sides of this have to be addressed, both the community's concern and law enforcement's concern. And I do think there are certainly some race-related issues on this that also has to be seriously addressed. Now, before I end this video, though, I do want to say that I know some people may or may not be surprised of me talking about this, though. I know some people may think, oh, well, wait a minute, you're white. You grew up in a suburban area. You don't know what it's like growing up in a bad neighborhood. You don't know what it's like going down in Charlotte, North Carolina. You never grew in those kind of situations before. And I won't disagree. I am white. I did grow up in a suburban neighborhood, okay? I didn't grow up in a bad household or anything like that. So yeah, it is true. I don't know that stuff. I never grew up and was in that kind of situation before. But that doesn't mean I'm not aware of the situation, okay? I'm aware of what is going on outside of, growing up in regular suburban America and so on. So I know that there is a problem out there that has to be addressed, okay? And I know it may surprise some people that this is coming from someone who's white, though, but I do think this is a problem that must be addressed soon before it really gets out of hand. All right. Anyway, that's my take on the situation. And again, like I said, these are my opinions. But what are yours? Do you defend the NFL players' right to protest the national anthem? Do you think it's the right thing to do? Do you think it's the wrong thing to do? Do you think they're unpatriotic? Or do you agree with me that they are within their constitutional right to do it, but you think that they could have done a better job. Done a different way to voice what's going on, though. And what about what's going on in Charlotte? I mean, again, if I'm saying the name wrong, I apologize. North Carolina. Do you believe that there is an issue that does need to be addressed between law enforcement and local communities, though? Do you think there's not an issue at all? Do you agree with what I said? Do you disagree with what I said? Anyway, all I can say is sound off in the comments section. Let me know what you think. I hope you like this video, though. I hope you do subscribe to my YouTube channel. I don't often do a lot of political videos, though. I mostly do, movies and video games, though. But I mean, if there's another political video to talk about, I'll do more of them, though. I mean, I have the time, that is, though. All right. So anyway, this concludes my 2-cent video on what's been going on in North Carolina and what's been going on in the NFL with some of the players protesting the national anthem. All right. I will say that this concludes this video, though. It's evening in Southern California, though, and folks, I'll see you again next time when I do another video. Hopefully that'll be soon, but until then, from Southern California, wish you guys a good evening, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out.
Used to play pretend bunny. We used to play pretend, wake up, you need the money. Used to play pretend bunny. We used to play pretend, wake up, you need the money. Used to play pretend, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship and then we fly far away. Used to dream of outer space, but now they're laughing at the face, saying, wake up, you need to make money.